Indian court rules Muslim girls can marry after reaching puberty. Okay. According to Muslim personal law, a Muslim girl is free to marry anyone of her choice once she reaches puberty. The Indian High Court recently upheld this law. The court's ruling came after a Muslim couple filed with the court pleading for protection from threatening relatives. A Muslim woman aged 17 and a Hindu man aged 36 recently married according to Muslim rituals on January 21st. As the judge pointed out, Article 195 of the Muslim personal law provides that every Mohammedan, or Dan, aka a Muslim, being of sound mind and having reached puberty may join their chosen spouse in matrimony. Justice Alka Sarin quoted from Article 195 saying, quote, in case the evidence is unavailable or uncertain, the completion of age 15 should be considered as puberty age. The law about the minimum age for marriage specifies that it is 18 years old for females and age 21 for males, as it is written in two separate acts of the Indian Parliament. So this is one of those situations where movements started by Maryam Namazi, like a one law for all, are so important.
Yeah, that was what I was going to bring up, that, you know, we have two separate laws. But what also I think is interesting is it's a Muslim young woman and a Hindu man. And the judge is essentially saying, well, she gets to do what she wants. So does the supposed conspiracy theory of love jihad not work the other way around? It only works if Muslim men marry him, you know, and the laws against that. But Muslim women are allowed to, you know, it's just, there's a whole, you know, masala of stuff going on here.
So wait, Armin, can you go back one page? So this is something I found on Twitter, and it's from an account called Indique Law. Okay, guys, what this account on Twitter is saying, I don't know how valid this is, right? So take this with some skepticism. But according to this account, they're saying that conditions of a valid Muslim marriage under this article of the personal law says that the conditions for a valid Muslim marriage are both individuals must profess Islam, both should be of the age of puberty, then there is an offer and an acceptance, to other technicalities. What I'm focusing in on is, according to this, both individuals must profess Islam. Well, that wasn't the case in this situation. So,
and what's interesting is that's what I've always heard, that Muslim men could marry a Christian or a Jewish woman, but nothing else. And Muslim women have to marry a Muslim man because the children belong to the religion of the father. The children are the proper. So if the father's not Muslim, you know, you lose, you know, Ummah points.
Ummah points. I'm going to use that. So wait, sorry, I'm a bit confused because I was paying attention to so many things. What is the age? What are they determining? Like, it's just not clear what the age of puberty.
Well, I think they're saying some Muslim law applies and some doesn't, is what it sounds like she's saying. Like she's applying Indian laws about Muslims to this Muslim marriage, which according to the Islamic rules wouldn't work anyways because the guy's Hindu.
So basically, what this comes down to is they are creating if this stands, I don't remember off the top of my head where exactly in the court processes this is and if this can be appealed. Okay, maybe this will be overturned. But they're creating a technicality in the law that basically allows child marriage if it's Muslim.
Hadn't even gotten to that.
Can I just clarify this? What are they defining the age of puberty?
Yes. So what they said is that you have to reach the age of puberty in instances where the age of puberty is not clear, then it is assumed to be age 15.
What do they mean by clear? Like if the Muslims decide based on Islamic definitions? Because it's 9.
If they don't know if the girl has menstruated or not.
Exactly.
Puberty. And they're going to assume that most young women have by 15.
How early can a girl menstruate?
Oh, well, I mean,
there's a case in Puerto Rico of 2 years old. So, but that's endocrine disruption.
Okay, no, but like like normally.
9, 10. It's been getting younger worldwide. It used to be like 12
So
to 14,
India.
and
So
now it's
wow, I
like
technically,
thought mine
9 to
was 8.
11.
so technically,
Because you do
India has a
not have
lot.
any body fat. That's why it's estrogen
Okay,
dependent.
guys, can I just like, so basically, technically, we have in India, we have laws that Muslim men can marry and have sex with 9-year-olds. This is Indian law now, technically.
Potentially. But that's what's interesting about this case is that this man, so according to this, it's saying the conditions is that both individuals must profess Islam. Well, in this case, her husband is Hindu. That's not what's happening here. So I don't know how accurate, this Indique law is. That was
I think it's pretty accurate from what I've always understood. I think what's happening is she's enforcing Indian law made about Muslims, which may or may not conform to Islamic law.
Yeah, this we're not talking about Islamic law because we're clear about what Islamic law for. We know what Islamic law is. We're talking about Indian law about Muslims. Muslims don't have to marry Muslims. Muslim men can marry Ahlul Kitab, which means they can marry Muslims, they can marry Christians, they can marry Jews, and people of every other religion can be turned into sex slaves. That's according to Islam. Okay, this is about this is about a secular country. So we know how barbaric and backward Islamic laws are, right? But we're talking about the modern laws of a democratic secular country, allowing Muslims to legally marry and have sex with children. And I'm not using I want to be using the R word here, but you to be sensitive, because that would be the accurate word here. Okay, so I'm saying marry. I shouldn't be saying marry. I should be using the R word. Okay, because these are children. The only reason why I'm not using it is because YouTube is stupid.
And
But that is I just really want to clarify this. So technically, India's law allows you to do that to children if you're a Muslim. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Rivka, go on.
And my point was also related to yours, and exactly about that is that this secular country isn't giving Muslim children, in particular, they were talking about girls in one case, but any Muslim child, the protection of the law the way Hindus get, which is the age has to be 18, which is the legal age considered basically around the world. So Muslim children can be unprotected by this and be married at a young age because they're Muslim, and they have a separate law that is Indian law made about Muslims.
Susanna.
I mean, that's all the levels of.
I think this last paragraph in our article really crystallizes it. The law about the minimum age for marriage, broadly, specifies that it is 18 years old for females and 21 for males, as it is written in 2 separate acts of the Indian Parliament. The first is from the Special Marriage Act of 1954. The second comes in the form of the Child Marriage Act of 2006. But because the court gave preference to the Muslim personal laws, which maintains that maturity and pubescence are equal, the age of puberty renders the person free to marry in harmony with their choosing. Thus, the court declared the age of marriage is about 15 years old, upending decades of social reform.
So this is, by the way, both anti-Muslim bigotry and Muslim privilege at the same time. This is Muslim giving privilege to Muslim men in India over other people, and this is anti-Muslim children discrimination. Like, this is basically India saying we are protecting our children unless they're Muslim. And we're also giving special benefits to Muslim men. So this is both anti-Muslim bigotry and pro-Muslim male privilege at the same time, which is the worst of both kinds, and as well, which is unbelievable that this is allowed. This is a so-called secular,
Yeah.
world's largest secularism, apparently. What is this coming?
Darwinian atheist is saying Muslim personal law is under the Indian constitution, so this is systemic discrimination of Muslim women and children. And there was a really good comment by Katie saying, these laws for different religions is really crap. BJP wants to introduce a single law for all, but people have criticized it as favoring Hindu values, saying we need a secular common law. And then I have a little bit of a side note. I'm about to have like a little bit of a men's rights moment. So the general law, right, that marriage is 18 for girls and 21 for boys or men. What's up with that? What's with the age difference?
I think it has
Men
to do
should
with
be
the
able to
sex
allow
discrimination, though.
I mean,
Of fetuses. There's more. There's less women, so you have to make the age earlier. But I don't know why they had to make the men's age older. But I would bet it's something to do with the amount of women available.
I think
I
it might be more.
My point is that it should be the same for all. Like a man that's 18 should be able to marry at 18. Like let the boys marry.
It's more to do with. I think it might more to do with Islam. The original ages are like around 9 for women, I think, and around 15 for men. And basically adding to all of them slowly, I guess it went to 21.
No, I'm talking about the general Indian law, nothing to do with Islamic law.
Okay.
This is India's age of marriage, without any exceptions for religion. It's younger for women than it is for men.
There might be a history to this that we don't understand, but yeah, it doesn't make sense. It should
stop the discrimination against the boys. Let them marry.
Okay, yeah, it should be equal. I agree. I don't know if this is discrimination, I guess, but that was the intention to be. But I do agree that it should be the same. I agree. And also subscribe to our newsletter, because if we get removed from all these platforms, at least we could reach out to you. And guys, by the way, if you subscribe to our newsletter, you get a free copy of where's your copy, Susanna? Get it. We're doing promotion. You get a free, it's not even promotion, it's free. Okay, so if you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description, you get a free copy of Why There's No God. Come on, like I'm handing it out for free. Okay, it's a bestseller on Amazon, and you get it for free. So subscribe to our newsletter, and you get a free copy of Why There's No God sent to you. Link in the description.